Shalom, shalom. Hey, I just want to touch on this subject for a minute about pick-me women. I heard a sister say that a pick-me woman is a woman that upholds a man that's verbally and physically abusive. They could be farther from the truth. That's not what they consider a pick-me woman. I'm gonna tell you why they call a woman a pick-me woman. They call her a pick-me woman because you have some women who out here who, first of all, let me say this right here. The man is the leader of the house. He's the head. That's how God created it. That's how it always will be. It doesn't matter how much money you make. You can have a woman who makes more money than a man. That does not mean that she's the head of the house. She may make more money than a man, but she will never be the head of the house. Now, for men, as you being the head of the house, your job is to guide, protect, and provide. Your job is not to berate that woman. Your job is not to belittle her. Your job is not to put your hands on her. Your job is not to make her feel like she's insignificant. Because believe me, she has a very important role in that family too. Very important role. Now, with that being said, let me get back to what I was saying. The reason why a lot of women get mad and call a woman a pick-me is because you got women now, you have her starting to try to hold other women accountable for their actions. You have women in relationships who are abusive too, verbally abusive, physically abusive, and all type of things. But then they posted this, that's slap because I'm a woman. And I'm saying I'm being strong, independent. That's not what it is. That has nothing to do with you being strong and independent. You know where your strength coming in there? With your femininity. You being feminine, that's where your strength lies at. Not this masculine energy that you're giving off. That's not a strength. That's a turn off. And fellas, if you have a woman in your home that's verbally abusive, physically abusive, and all type of stuff, she don't need to be there. If she's standing toe to toe with you, trying to argue and fight with you like she a man, she don't need to be there, because there's only supposed to be one male head of the house. And you don't need that other masculine energy in the house. Because what she would do is, she would turn your sons into beta males. She would turn your son into a beta man where he's going to be weak. If you look at a lot of men who get out here and join gangs and all that kind of stuff like that, a lot of them been raised by single mothers, and they're weak emotionally. So that's why when they get mad, they get to pull the guns, and because they can't control their emotions. Men who are raised by other men, they know how far to go with we know how far to go with each other before it escalates, and we'll try to calm that down. But a man who's been raised by a single mother, he's not gonna try to calm it down. He's gonna take it further he can, because a woman does that. A woman go way and beyond what she should when it comes to her words and berating the man. She'll get all the way down dirty with you and talk about your mama, your kids, your grandma, all type of stuff like that. Men, we're not gonna do that with each other. So you got other women who starting to hold these women accountable and say, no, sister, you're not right. So when they get held accountable, they get mad. Oh, you a pick-me. You got some women say, yes, I am a pick-me because I'm going to hold you accountable. Just like us, it's men should hold other men accountable for when they out here acting a damn fool. If I see a brother acting a fool, I'm going to tell you, brother, you wrong. You straight wrong. What you doing has nothing to do with you being a man. Out here getting mad, calling women bitches and hoes. Man, no. That's not a man. They're just a male. You born a male, but you're not a man. I don't have to get mad at my wife and call her bitches and hoes and fuck you bitch and all that kind of stuff. I don't have to do that. I had to learn this stuff too though. Because my dad taught me, my dad told me a long time ago. He said, Bo, you can't unring a bell. Once you say something out your mouth, you cannot get it back. I don't care how much you ask the person to forgive you. I don't care how sorry you are for it, you cannot get it back. And some of these women will berate a man to the point because they know the man can't outbeat them arguing. So they'll back him in the corner and beat him down with their words. And then when he come at them, I'm going to call the police. When the man asks you, I heard a judge, I think it might have been Judge Maybelline or Judge Hatchett, one of them, said when a man tell you, leave me alone, she said, leave that man alone. Because you keep pushing, he's going to come out of that corner. And then you're going to be upset, scared, saying he should be able to control himself. He not a real man, he this and that. Well, you don't push them to that limit. That's why I tell any man, if you got a woman in your house that's berating you, want to fight you, calling the police on you, she starts something with you, and if she called the police because you trying to beat her ass, that's a different story. But if she berating you, fighting on you, hitting on you, but if you try to protect yourself, if you want to get mad and call the police, get rid of that motherfucker. She don't need to be in your house. because she's gonna teach them the same types of way to your daughters, and it's gonna continue the cycle. It's gonna continue the cycle. So you don't need that in your house. She's gonna teach her son to be beta man, weak men. They gonna go out and get other women and do all that stuff too. That's why you see most men who been raised by single mothers, they hard. They I hear the streets hard pulling pistols. They're really not hard. They're actually weak. They're actually weak men. But then they get with a woman and let that woman talk all kind of shit to them. Talk to them like they're children. Because that's a beta man. He's a weak man. And no man should be weak in his home. Your yay should be yay. The Bible says let your yay be yay and your nay be nay. That means your yes is yes and your no is no. Because when all boiled out to it, you're going to have to be responsible for that house. If you let that woman make all the decisions and the decision go wrong, she gonna turn around and look at you and be like, what you gonna do, Frank? What you gonna do, John? You supposed to be a man of the house, but she just overrode your decision and tried to do it on her own. Then, and I'm telling you something, 9 times out of 10, if you're in a marriage and stuff like that, your wife overrides your rule and try to go behind your back and do what she want to do, it usually don't turn out right. It usually falls apart because the Most High, if you go through the Bible, He's gonna tell you He's not finna let that woman overrule you and then give her what she wants. It doesn't work like that. It's an order. It's an order. Hold on. You left your card? Okay. It usually doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. I have seen women in my family berate their husbands. I seen my cousins them talk down to their men. That's downright stupid. Who does that? That's crazy. A man can't reach his full potential with a woman that's downgrading him. If you want your man to reach your full potential, like the Bible says, you're supposed to honor and respect that man. And for you women who say, well, some of these men are weak, that's your fault you chose that man. You chose to go lay down with that man and have kids with that man, knowing that man wasn't right. Because you seen the red flags from the beginning. Now all of a sudden, Frank ain't no good man. James ain't no good man. Jackson is an idiot. But you chose that idiot to go down there and open your legs to and have kids by knowing this man. You saw the signs from the beginning what the man was about. Now all of a sudden, all men like that. You got with a guy that was whooping your ass when you know that man was an ass beater when you first got with him. But something about him that made you that attracted you to him. Now, so you want to blame all men like that. Then once you get out of that relationship and get in a good relationship with a man that's good to you, you can berate that man because of what this man did in the past. It's ignorance gone to seas. It's ignorance. No one saying, and fellas, I'm gonna tell you again. I can't stress this enough. The Bible tells you if you got a woman like that, get rid of her. I don't give a fuck how much you call yourself loving her. In all relationships I've been in, I never had a woman call the police on me. And we done got into it before, had arguments, disagreements, everything. But I never had one of them to call the police on me. If a woman called the police on me, I'm done with her. I'm done with her. She'll never have to worry about me again. Because, excuse me, the way things go in this world, when the police been called on a black man, you never know how that situation gonna turn out. I haven't had friends of mine, people I know personally, man, they women would get mad and call the police, would set them up because she pissed off at them, call the police on them. What type of woman is that? You want that in your life? No. I wouldn't dare have it in my life. She would have to go. I don't care how good she is, how good the sex is, how good she cook and clean. I don't give a fuck. She gonna have to go. First time she called the police on me, it's a wrap. You have to watch that stuff. You have to watch stuff. You have to pay close attention to what they say. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna be transparent. In my first marriage, before I was married to my daughter's mom, I asked her one day. I just said and asked. Somebody just told me to ask her, what would make you leave me for somebody else? She told me, if a man could give me more than what you gave me. You know that always stuck in my head. That let me know right there that I couldn't trust her. Because she's always looking for the come up. So that means no matter how hard I'm working, I went and started a business. I started a cab service. And I mean, that let me know how hard I worked.